everybody, welcome to this week's video. If you can probably tell, I'm talking pretty quiet. My voice is sort of gone now. So this video is going to be a voiceover video. I'm just doing a quick little intro clip. We're making chocolate chip cinnamon muffins. Absolutely delicious. Without further ado, I will cut to me making the muffins and we can get started. And we are in voiceover mode. So I'm making a muffin recipe from my America's Test Kitchen cookbook that I've been making all of my recipes from so far. This is such an easy recipe. I make this all the time. It takes me maybe an hour and a half from start to finish. It is such a nice recipe to have in my arsenal to just quickly throw together and have a nice little snack, especially with the summer months coming up and travel. Having a nice little snack that I can bring with me is essential. Okay. Hi. So I wasn't gonna talk in this video because my voice is kind of shot. I don't even know if you can hear me. But we have a predicament, and it's that I have no butter. But I know I can substitute. So I can be in camera. I can substitute oil for butter. I just googled it and it said to do about 3/4 of what it says for butter. So it says 8 tablespoons in my recipe. So that would be 6 tablespoons. So we're gonna try that. We're making muffins, by the way. I'm sure that was in the thumbnail, but yeah, I'm probably not gonna talk much in this video. Again, my voice just really hurts, so it's mainly gonna be a voiceover afterward. But yeah, that's what we're doing. So wish me luck. Now this recipe is technically their blueberry muffin recipe, but I put in whatever mix-ins I want, and that's always worked out for me. Just make sure that you are weighing what you're mixing in so you don't add too much or too little. Okay, bad planning on my part. But I ended up using 6 tablespoons of avocado oil, and we honestly couldn't tell a difference. So if you are out of butter, use some oil. It's really not going to be all that different.
Hello there, and welcome to the exciting world of kids. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Next is a 1/2 cup of Greek yogurt. Mine's just from Costco. That's another reason I wanted to do this recipe, is I wanted to make sure I used up this yogurt. There's actually a lot of recipes in this cookbook that call for yogurt, so make sure you have some yogurt on hand if you're gluten-free baking, because it is in a lot of recipes. Then I added 3 eggs, which I hesitated for a second, but then I realized that I didn't know if we had any egg replacer, and I was already stressed out enough with not having butter, so I just ended up putting in all 3 eggs, despite how much it's gonna cost. was 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, but I actually ended up barely having any left in my container, so I just sort of dumped in what I had left. Maybe not the most scientific measurements, but hey, tasted good.
Greetings and farewell.
Everything's a groove. You got to flip out with us.
Then I measured in 5 1/4 ounces of sugar, just normal granulated sugar, nothing fancy.
Then at least you wouldn't have that to worry about. What you can use? Insanity can be the most normal thing in the world.
Hello there, and welcome to the exciting world of hidden.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And I mixed all of the wet ingredients together. And yes, I am building all of this in a single bowl because dirtying more than one bowl is anarchy, in my opinion. Next was about 1/2 a teaspoon of xanthan gum. And 1/2 a teaspoon of cinnamon. And again, I just like mixing everything one step at a time when I just use one bowl, just to make sure everything gets incorporated properly. Then I did a teaspoon of salt.
Somewhat basic, yeah.
And a whole tablespoon of baking powder. Finally, I added in the flour. I did this 1/2 at a time just to make sure that, again, all the flour got mixed in, as well as just wanting to make sure I didn't make a giant mess. The last time I did this, I ended up spilling a bunch of flour on the floor. Doing it 1/2 at a time for a total of 11 ounces of flour. I also had to switch to a spatula halfway through because it was getting thick.
Hello there, and welcome to the exciting world of hidden.
1, 2, 3, 4.
are adding in the chocolate chips. I use the Enjoy Life brand. It's a great, safe brand. It's safe for most major food allergies, so it's one of my go-to ones. I added in what I had left in the bag, which is about half the bag, folded it all in. And then I covered it just like I do all my dough recipes for 30 minutes so that all of the ingredients can sit together and combine. And then I just did some dishes off camera. So this recipe makes 12 muffins. So I got out my tin. I ended up putting some cupcake liners in it because I planned on freezing these muffins. And I find putting them in these liners helps them not stick together in the freezer, and I don't have to worry about individually wrapping them. So I fill these about 3/4 of the way full. The muffins don't rise a whole lot in the oven, so I can usually fill them a little bit more than you can other recipes.
Greetings and farewell.
Everything's a groove. You got to flip out with it. Then at least you wouldn't have that to worry about. Hey, what you use? Insanity can be the most normal thing in the world.
So I just filled them up and I popped them in the oven at 375 for about 18 minutes. And as you can see, they are golden brown and they were absolutely delicious. They turned out so well. I am so happy with them.
And they are now all done. So I made 12. I really like this recipe because it literally took me about an hour from start to finish. So it really doesn't take a lot of time. We are going to enjoy the fresh muffins. I am then going to freeze the rest. A reason I make them in the cupcake liners. Also, my dog's snoring if you can hear her. But the reason I baked them in the cupcake liners is so that I can just pop them in a freezer bag and put them directly in the freezer. So, if you make this recipe and you want to freeze yours, either a cupcake liner or just individually wrap them, whatever works for you. The recipe is technically a blueberry muffin recipe, but I put whatever I want. I put chocolate chips because that's what I wanted. And now I have a snack in the freezer for whenever I want one. So I'm going to enjoy my muffin. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. If you made muffins along with me, I hope yours taste absolutely amazing. On screen now are my social medias if you'd like to see more day-to-day things that I get up to. And with that, I will see you next week for a brand new video.